नमस्कार सभी को। आप सभी का हमारे चैनल द हिस्ट्री हब में स्वागत है। जैसे कि हम एसएससी की सीरीज ला रहे हैं, आज उसमें इंग्लिश के इंपॉर्टेंट 20 क्वेश्चन लेकर आए हैं। अगर वीडियो अच्छा लगे तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें, वीडियो को लाइक करें और रिसेंट अपडेट्स पाने के लिए बेल आइकन प्रेस करें। ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव फॉरवर्ड। Our first question is, select the most appropriate option to fill in the blanks. We would space to travel by train rather than the bus due to the poor road conditions in the village. Our options are prefer, assure, make it, and drop. Here, the right option would be prefer. The word prefer means to like someone or something better than one or another. In this context, the sentence is indicating a preference for one mode of transportation than another. So prefer would be the most appropriate. Here, let us know why other options are wrong. Assure. This verb means to tell something positively or confidently to dispel any doubt they may have, which does not fit in this context. Okay. Now the word make it. This phrase can mean to succeed in a specific area, to arrive somewhere, or to to manage to do something, but it doesn't express a choice of preference, which is not appropriate for this. Okay, now the fourth option is drop. This means to let something fall or drop or stop something from happening. Okay, and this does not fit the sentence, so our right answer would be prefer. Now let's move towards our next question. Question number 2. Select the most appropriate option that can substitute the underlined segment in the given sentence. The participants are rehearsed their roles. The options are rehearsed, has been rehearsing, have rehearsed, are rehearsing. Here, the right answer would be are rehearsing. This sentence, the participants are rehearsed their roles, is incorrect because it is improperly combined. The helping verb are with the base form of the verb rehearse. The helping verb are should be followed by the present participle form of the verb, which is in this case is rehearsing. Okay, now let us know why other options are wrong. Our first option are rehearsed. The option changes in the verb to a passive form, which is not the intended meaning of the original sentence. Now has been rehearsing. This word would be grammatically correct in different contexts, but it does not match the plural subject participants. Okay. Now have rehearsing. This is incorrect because have should be followed by the past participle, which is in this case would be rehearsed. Okay, now let's move to our next question. Question is, select the option with the correct spelling to replace the underlined word in the given sentence. She hit him in a moment of abomination. Here we have to tell the correct spelling. And all these words will be pronounced same, aberration. We have made here a mistake. The correct option is A, B, E. Okay. Now, the correct option for the question is, the right answer would be aberration. और हिंदी में इसका मतलब होता है विचलन। Aberration is a noun that typically refers to departure from what is normal, usual, or unexpected, typically unwelcome one. Or in English, it is often used to refer something that is not typical or usual, and a sudden action or event that is very different from what usually happens. Our question number 4 is select the most appropriate antonym of the given word. The word is anxious. We have 4 options. First option is considerate, second is unconcerned, third option is stealthy, and the fourth option is haughty. Here the word anxious means in Hindi चिंतित और उत्साहित, and in English it is an adjective that describes a feeling of worry, nervousness, or unease about something with an uncertain outcome. Here the right option will be unconcerned. Unconcerned का हिंदी में मतलब होता है बेपरवाह, and in English it is a word that describes the lack of worry or interest. It is the opposite of anxious because it conveys a lack of worry and nervousness. Now let's know about considerate. Considerate shows careful thought, especially towards others. And in Hindi it means विचारशील. Now the word stealthy. इसका मतलब हिंदी में होता है चोरी छिपे. मतलब हम कोई काम जब चोरी छुपे करते हैं. और हॉटी मतलब होता है एरोगेंट और सुपीरियर, और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं अहंकारी. अब हम बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले क्वेश्चन की तरफ. क्वेश्चन नंबर 5. आइडेंटिफाई द करेक्ट स्पेल्ड सेंटेंस. The first option is my grandfather planted cauliflower in the garden. Second, my grandfather planted cauliflower in the garden. My grandfather planted cauliflower in the garden, and again the same. Here we have to identify the correct spelling of cauliflower. The right option here would be option number 4, because we spelled cauliflower as cauliflower. Now question number 6. Select the appropriate synonym of the underlined word. Music is a therapy for everyone, plants, birds, animals, and human beings, to flourish and rejuvenate. Our options are modify, prosper, refreshen, fortify. And here the right option would be refreshen. The word rejuvenate means to make someone or something look or feel fresher or young or more lively, we can say. And in Hindi it is known as Navjeevan Dena. Okay. In this context, the word is used to suggest that music can bring a sense of renewed energy or vitality in everyone and everything. Refreshen is the synonyms of rejuvenate, as it also means to make fresh again. Now let us know why other options are wrong. Modify, it means to change something. ओके, इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं संशोधित करना। ओके, नाउ प्रॉस्पर, इट मीन्स टू बी सक्सेसफुल और फ्लरिश्ड। और इसे में हम हिंदी में कहते हैं समृद्ध होना। ठीक है, नाउ our last option 45, it means to strengthen something particularly in a defensive way, और इसे हिंदी में कहते हैं हम मजबूत करना। ओके, नाउ लेट्स मूव टुवर्ड्स आवर नेक्स्ट क्वेश्चन। क्वेश्चन नंबर 7, select the appropriate meaning of the given idiom after one's own heart. Our options are having a face as one's own. Second option, having likes and dislikes similar to disown's own. Third option is having likes to dislike far to one's own. And last option, having likes and dislikes similar to one's own. Okay, here right answer would be option number 4. This phrase, after one's own heart, is used to describe someone who thinks the same way you do. Okay, or has the same taste and opinion as you, in a way of expressing approval for someone because they remind you of yourself or your values. Now let's move towards our next question. Question number 8. The following sentence has been divided into parts. One of them may contain an error. Select the part that contains the error from the given option. If you don't find an error, mark no error as your answer. Our soldiers have been making a clean sweep of the sheep and poultry en route. Options are no error, sheep and poultry en route. Our soldiers have been making a clean sweep. Now, here the correct option will be third option, which is our soldiers have been. The correct option should be have been instead of being. Okay, the verb have been is used to present perfect continuous form, and it is used to express an action that started in the past and still is happening now and has recently finished. So our right option would be option number 3rd. Now let's move forward. Question number 9. Select the most appropriate antonym of the underlined word in the given sentence. It is absurd to argue about this. Our options are fallacious, second option fundamental, third option is reasonable, and fourth option is amazing. Here the right answer would be reasonable. The word absurd means something that is wildly unreasonable, illogical, or inappropriate. ओके, इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं बेतुका। ओके, the antonym of absurd would be the something that is logical, appropriate, and reasonable. Reasonable means being in accordance with reason or logic. which is exact opposite of the word absurd, और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं तर्क संगत. ठीक है. Question number 10 is select the most appropriate option to filling the blanks. Space, men command respect. The options are holy, holy, holly, holy. Here, the right option will be holy. The word holy means dedicated or consecrated to God or religious purpose. In Hindi, it means pavitra. In this context, the sentence holy men refers to individuals such as priest, monks, or other religious figures who are often associated with respect. Therefore, the correct option will be holy, option 1. Now let's look at the second option, holy. Holy is not a word in English and thus it is not correct. Now, holy is a type of plant with glossy green leaves and typically red berries. It has no relation in this context and it is not correct for this sentence. Now the word holy. It means entirely or fully. In this context, the sentence holy men would not make sense. Okay? So, the right option would be option number 1. Now question number 11. Select the most appropriate synonyms of the given word. Sumptuous. The options are mammoth, second option humble, third option minuscule, and last option is lavish. Here the right option will be lavish. Okay. Sumptuous means splendid and expensive looking. Okay. And it often refers to meals, accommodation, और decorations that are very luxurious. और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं आली शान. Okay. The word lavish is synonyms and it means rich, elaborate or luxurious. Luxurious का मतलब होता है हिंदी में शानदार. Let us now know why other options are wrong. The first option, mammoth, it refers something that is enormous in size. Okay, हिंदी में कहते हैं इसे विशाल. Now next option, humble, इसका मतलब होता है मॉडल और लोली, और हिंदी में इसका मतलब होता है विनम्र. अब हमारा ऑप्शन है minuscule. minuscule इसका मतलब होता है वेरी स्मॉल, और हिंदी में इसे कहते हैं अत्यल्प. Okay. Now let's move towards our next question. Now question number 12. Select the most appropriate idiom to substitute the underlying group of words in the given sentence. Once in a year, the management of the institute surveys the whole situation. The options are take stock of, second option perplexed with, third option makes a mark, and the last option is come to friend. Here the right option would be option number first, which is take stock of. It means assess or review a particular situation often before making a decision. और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं मूल्यांकन करना. It can be used to replace the phrase surveys the whole situation in the given sentence without changing its meaning. Therefore, the correct sentence is once in a year, the management of the institute takes stock of the whole situation. Okay. Now let's look at the other option. Perplexed with. It means to be puzzled or confused with something. और हिंदी में हम इसे कहते हैं भ्रमित होना. ठीक है. हम बढ़ते अपने अगले ऑप्शन की तरफ. मेक समाल. इसका मतलब होता है टू मेक अ सिग्निफिकेंट इफेक्ट और इन्फ्लुएंस. और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं प्रभाव डालना. अब हमारा है अगला ऑप्शन जो है comes to the front. It means prominent और important. ओके. और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं सामने आना. आई होप समझ में आ गया होगा आप लोगों को. अब हम बढ़ते हैं अपने अगले सवाल की तरफ. Question number 13. Select the correct pair of words for the blank in the given sentence. The sentence is my cousin likes space root and space around the bush is one of the idiom in English. Here, what does this idiom mean? इसका मतलब होता है मुहावरा. Okay. The options are beat, beat. Second option is same, beat and beat. Third option is beat and beat. And last option is also beat and beat. Here the right option would be the option number third, beat and beat. The sentence, the first word needs to be fit in the context of my cousin likes root. It's clear that this must be a type of fruit that is potentially edible, which means eatable. Okay, जिसे हम खा सके उसे बोलते हैं हम edible. So we are referring to a plant root, specifically beetroot. Okay, और इसे हम हिंदी में कहते हैं चुकंदर. Therefore, beet fit in this context better than beet. Okay. Therefore, here will be beet. Now, the second blank needs to fit in English idiom around the bush. The correct idiom is beat around the bush, जिसे हम कहते हैं बातों को घुमा फिरा के बताना, which is used to describe someone who is avoiding the main topic of speaking evasively. He beat the appropriate word, not beat. Here. So, the right answer would be third option, beat and beat. This question is asking, select the most appropriate homonym to fill in the blank. The sentence is, he confessed about his affairs as the space made him sleepless. The options are guilt, second option is guild, third option is guild, and last option is guild. Okay, so the correct homonym to filling the blank is the first option, guilt. The word guilt refers to the feeling of having done something wrong or have violated a rule. Okay, with ethical code or law. Okay, It is often associated with the feeling of regret or remorse. और इसे हिंदी में हम कहते हैं अपराध अपराध भूति. Now let's see why other options are wrong. The second option is guild. Refers to something or someone having gills, breathing organs found mainly in aquatic animals. And the next option is gild, which means to cover something with a thin layer of gold or give an often deceptively attractive or improved appearance to something. जिसे हम हिंदी में बोलते हैं सोने की परत चढ़ाना, so that it looks like gold. की परत चढ़ाना. अब हम बढ़ते अपने नए क्वेश्चन की तरफ. Here this question is asking, select the most appropriate option that can substitute the underlined segment in the given sentence. The sentence is, the students were boring by the lecture delivered on the environmental issue. Our options are, first option, the students were bores. Second option, the students bored. And the third option is, the students were bearing. And last option, the students were bored. Here the most appropriate option would be, here the most appropriate substitution for the underlined segment in the sentence the students were boring is the students were bored. That is the fourth option. Here the past participle bored is required to indicate state of feeling of the students as a result of the action. Okay, the original sentence is incorrectly used boring, which is an adjective that would describe the students as being dull or not interesting, which isn't an intended meaning. The intended meaning is that the students felt bored during the lecture. That's why the right option here would be option number 4. Question number 16, comprehension. In the following passage, some words has been deleted. Read the passage carefully and select the most appropriate option to fill in each blank. The para is, children especially, blank number 1, avoid such food to try to reduce intake and instead eat healthy food for blank number 2, growth. Schools can, blank number 3, the quality of food being sold in the canteens and also ensure that the children bring wholesome nutrition food, blank 4, home. Blank 5 should be appointed to check the calories content and food value of served in the canteen and setting different patterns. Here question is asking to select the most appropriate option to fill in the blank number 1. So the right option would be should. In this context, it is used to indicate obligation, duty, or advice or recommendation. Okay, the sentence is providing advice or recommendation that children should avoid certain types of food. So the right option would be should. Now let's move towards our next question, question number 17. Question number 17 is asking that select the most appropriate option to filling the blank number 2, and here the right option would be second option, proper. In this context, proper is used to refer something that is correct or suitable. Okay, the sentence is talking about growth, which is a biological process. Hence, it makes sense to use proper as it signifies correct and healthy development. Now, let's move to our next question. Again, it's the same para. Here the question is asking for the correct option for blank number 3. And the right answer would be monitor. In this context, the monitor means to carefully examine, or watch. WATCH, watch. To keep track of or to check on something over a period of time. School can be responsible for overseeing the quality of food sold in their canteens. So here the right option for blank number 3 would be monitor. Now let's move towards our next question, question number 19. Here also we have to select most appropriate option to fill in the blanks number 4. And the right option would be here the most appropriate option to fill in the blank number 4 is from. The answer 3 would be correct. In this context, from is the most appropriate choice because it is used to indicate the source of origin of something. Okay, so the children are bringing their nutrition food from their homes. Now let's move towards our next question, question number 20. Here we have to fill the blank number 5. Space should be appointed to check the calories content and food value of the serve in the canteens and setting different patterns. And the correct option here would be dietitian. In this context, dietitian is more appropriate because dietitians are expected in dietetics, that is human nutrition, and the regulation of diet. They can advise people on what to eat in order to lead a healthy lifestyle or achieve a specific health related goal, which fits perfectly in this context where they are needed to assess the nutrition value of food. Okay, here should be DITICIANS. So this is the last question of today's session. Thank you. वंस अगेन, अगर आपको हमारी वीडियोस अच्छी लगे तो चैनल को सब्सक्राइब करें और वीडियोस को लाइक करें. थैंक यू.